Relations, Frans Cronje, says contrary to popular belief, the recent standoff between the South African government and the United States over AGOA is in fact positive. AGOA, of course, the new acronym we all know. South Africa risked at one point losing its preferential access to US markets under AGOA, or the African Growth and Opportunity Act. Speaking to SABC earlier today, Cronje said relations between South Africa and the US have been strained in recent years over a shift in South Africa's foreign policy, reorientating towards China and other BRICS nations. But he says the recent negotiations could in fact bode well.
The dust is yet to settle following the bruising negotiations between South Africa and the US over AGOA. The talks have been characterized by US deadlines and threats to exclude South Africa from exporting a wide range of products into the US duty-free unless it gives in to US demands to allow unrestricted access for US chicken, beef and pork onto local shelves. But Frans Cronje of the SA Institute of Race Relations says the nature of the current engagement between the two countries has been misunderstood.
Much South Africa's best interest that AGOA be kept in place. It's a trade agreement with broader Africa, but South Africa extracts the lion's share of benefit from that agreement to being able to land South African products cost effectively in the United States. At the same time, it's very much in the strategic interest of the United States to have sound relationships with Africa and with one of Africa's most prominent economies.
While things are improving, there is still a lot of distrust between the two countries.
The question of food safety was a smokescreen for another debate. And some analysts who looked at this debate thought that it might be delaying tactics on the part of the South African government, a last-ditched effort to try and prevent the imports of American chicken product into South Africa. And I think possibly that was the view that was taken by some of the American negotiators. The fact that the Americans now insist that American chicken actually lands in South Africa before the deal is essentially secured for the foreseeable future shows that a level of distrust in fact remains.
Cronje says he expects economic relations between South Africa and the US to improve from now on to the benefit of both countries.
What AGOA offers South Africa is preferential access to the American market at a time when the global economy is in some trouble, South African economy and the export economy in great trouble. And in fact, because of AGOA, South Africa has been able to record a significant trade surplus with the United States, something that it hasn't had with other markets. It certainly doesn't have, for example, with China. So I think the idea that there are concessions being made is misplaced.
But more sticky issues remain. America is unhappy about 3 pieces of legislation being mooted in South Africa. That is, the Private Security Industry Bill, the Expropriation Bill, and the Investment Protection Bill. America is expected to once again use the threat of kicking South Africa out of AGOA unless those bills are not passed into law. Mbongeni Mutua, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Let's look at the numbers.